Back to Thursday night football, something that most of us don't want, but because of the poor run that we had last season, this is where we are sent, not in the Champions League, but in UEFA Europa League. And today we are here to let you know what the match is going to be, to paint you the picture of how the match is going to look like at Old Trafford with a team known as Real Sociedad coming in from Spain. Obviously, the last time they came in at Old Trafford, we beat them by 4-0. Remember that very well. And away, we beat them by 1-0. And recently, they really had a player that was one of the best academy graduates and very much promising at Manchester United, Adnan Januzaj, who really flopped, and United got away with him at Old Trafford. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Rocker David is my name. Starting late, but as usual, I promised you that expect the 3 videos. They are coming in three videos in the for you. So today the problem was, guys, I overslept. That's it. I overslept. So, but obviously, I thank God that I'm awake and alive and kicking, and I'm here to present you lots of things concerning Manchester United. After this video, I'm bringing you the presser of Erik ten Hag ahead of the game of a team which goes by the names of Zurich. He had lots of things to say, but obviously this is the United predicted lineup that we are really going to talk about and discuss more as far as this story is concerned. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Today it's really a very good day that at least we all believe that wholesale changes are going to be made by the manager who goes by the name of Erik ten Hag. We expect more players that have not been playing in the Premier League to come in here and really prove to the manager that, oh, we have some good work left in our legs. That's why we are here to come in and play this game of football, and let's wait and see what's going to happen. But I think Donny van Beek is back. He had an injury. Most of you are really asking yourselves, why isn't Donny van Beek into the squad that is going to play Arsenal? He was out of that squad because he had an injury, but today he is back and is training. Anton Martial, back and training, but not yet fully fit. Then the other player that you shouldn't expect, another player you shouldn't expect to see is obviously a player who goes by the names of Tuanzebe, Pelestri, Phil Jones, and the player who goes by the names of Brandon Williams. And I'm talking Brandon Williams and Phil Jones. They were not included in the squad of UEFA Europa League because of their prolonged injuries and the manager not being sure when they're really going to be back. So, Pelestri and Tuanzebe are the ones we should talk about, that they'll soon return, and I think by next week they'll be in training. Pelestri, I really love Pelestri, and I really want to see him coming in and doing the needful side, which goes by the names of Manchester United, because he's good onto that right wing. With Antony coming in to play on the right wing, I really believe that Antony needs to be rested, especially in certain games of the UEFA Europa League, because the likes of Pelestri can get the job done, according to me, especially if our midfield is strong and the creativity is really high. So, Ten Hag has something great to go on and reveal to us. Guys, I'm waiting to see how far these players have improved, because Scott McTominay shocked me, guys. Scott McTominay has shocked me. Amongst all players, Erik ten Hag has really improved. For Delo, I saw him was a talent, but Scott McTominay has shocked me. So I'm waiting for more shocks, because Ten Hag is here to shock us game in, game out. That's what he's here to do. He's shocking us, and I think most of you are shocked with how Scott McTominay has been playing, especially, guys, that Arsenal game. When you watch that Arsenal game, his forward game has improved. He does not hide anymore. He is always asking for the ball. He's press resistant. He receives on a half turn. He does everything perfectly in that midfield area. Now, this is where you go on and notice how bad the likes of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer were, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer spent close to 3 years with Scott McTominay, and he couldn't get him the basics of the ball. You get the basics of the game, but Ten Hag comes in through, he showcases, he teaches him the basics of the game, and obviously is one of the players that we are here talking about. That is a player who goes by the names of Scott McTominay. So smash the like button, comment and share. Let's get straight into this predicted lineup as I really break down every player and how the manager is really going to go on and really field him on the field of play. So let's start off with the system that Erik ten Hag is going to play. I really believe that his favorite system is a 4. Ever since he came in, he has not yet changed it. So we all know it, that's his favorite system. 4-2-3-1. That is the favorite system of Erik ten Hag. And that means 4 central defenders, a double pivot of 2 midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders, and 1 center forward at the time. Then I really believe that Dubravka is going to make it in goal. He's coming at Manchester United, shows that there were huge promises sent to him by the club of Manchester United, and that's why he's here to go on and do the needful at the club of Manchester United. So Dubravka, it's going to be something great for us to have the first glance at him, meaning that Tom Heaton is not going to be in goal. Tom Heaton told us that when he was coming in here, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer promised him that it's going to be the second choice goalkeeper. Can you imagine? They thought that David De Gea's days at United were over, but you know God operates in a way that no one can predict. There is the way Tom Heaton got a hip injury while at the Euros, and when he returned back from injury, guess what happened to him? He got COVID. David De Gea started off the season very well, saved us. He looked a very good goalkeeper, and obviously Tom Heaton, third choice, Henderson, second choice. You get? But I think this is something that Ten Hag noticed, that Tom Heaton can't give David De Gea enough competition. That's why you saw to it that when United were not having a goalkeeper who was really good at pushing David De Gea could make howlers. Even after that Brentford game, I think that's when it went into the head of Erik ten Hag that, oh my God, David De Gea, when he's not having a competitor who can really overtake him in goal, he can make such howlers. So he brought in Dubravka. But to me, it's not all about giving De Gea competition, because I know David De Gea is a very good goalkeeper. But it's all about seeing him playing from behind. Is he a sweeper goalkeeper? Is he a modern goalkeeper? Is he comfortable on the ball? Is his distribution on point? I really want to see that, because it's going to be evident from minute 1. If he's such a goalkeeper, comfortable on the ball, he will be good at passing that ball in the lanes. That's it. That's what this goalkeeper really brings you. So I'm waiting to see, is Dubravka a ball-playing goalkeeper? Can he start from behind? That's my big aim of watching this game tomorrow, and I'm going to give it a very good dig and aim at it to see to it that the eye test really gets the best it deserves, and then I'll come in here and break it down. You get? Tom Heaton, for me, I'm 100% sure he's a ball-playing goalkeeper, and you never know, Tom Heaton might get a chance to start ahead of Dubravka in there for you, but I really believe that there was an agreement that really pleased Dubravka to join Manchester United by leaving Newcastle at St. James's Park to come to Old Trafford. So I expect Dubravka to start in goal, but I won't be surprised if at all a player who goes by the names of Tom Heaton starts in goal. That's it. Then let's go to the right back. Not kicked a ball in this season, apart from that game of a team which goes by the names of Liverpool. He came on and played the last 10 minutes when Diego Dilla was taken off because he had a yellow card, and Liverpool are still up and running. So there is something I want to notice today. Is really Ten Hag an approved miracle maker? You get? If he has managed to turn around Scott McTominay, today when I was really doing this predicted lineup with my team, I really thought that, I think some magic is going to happen. We are going to evidence something that we haven't evidenced before. That is that man. I want to see, with close to 100 days spent with Erik ten Hag, has he improved on his game? Obviously, he's going to start on the right back, according to me. I want to see Aaron Wan-Bissaka, whether he has really changed. Because I believe, if at all a player who goes by the names of Scott McTominay has gone ahead to change, if a player who goes by the name of Scott McTominay has gone ahead to change totally, receiving on half turns, passing forwardly, no more side passing, press resistant. You get? His composure has improved. Can Aaron Wan-Bissaka be that player who is improved? That's what I'm waiting to see, because that, if it happens, I'm going to be here praising, you get? Praising Erik ten Hag, because that's unseen before. That's unseen before. We thought that maybe he's not a good player, so sorry, he's being affected by the managers that aren't improving him way back. But let's wait and see. The acid test is going to be done today, and in these games you're going to play the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the UEFA Europa League, because I really believe that the manager is going to rest Diego Dallo. That's it. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka expected to play onto the right back of United in the game of a team which goes by names of Real Sociedad at Old Trafford tomorrow. I really believe that is a tick, but you never know. Ten Hag is really a coach that can really get us with surprises. Then a man who goes by the names of Luke Shaw. To me, I really believe that this is another game for him, to grant him a chance to prove to the manager that, please, you're bringing Malacia to me, but for the years I've played football, I've been at Manchester United since the age of 19. I'm 26. 7 years at United. I'm better than Malacia. Let's see whether Luke Shaw can prove to us that he's better than Malacia, because I don't believe Malacia is going to start. Luke Shaw is going to play as the left back of United, and you know what happened. I cannot go into narrate the entire story. You've been watching these games of football. After being trounced the first two games against Brighton and Brentford, Luke Shaw last played 45 minutes for United versus Brentford. Malacia came on through, and ever since then, he has taken that position of Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw is to prove to the manager that, please, I'm really here and eager to go in and really prove to you that I'm the right person to play that position at Manchester United. Then Lindelof, obviously, and his partner, who they play together for a very long time under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And in the preseason, that was the partnership that Ten Hag really thought was better to come in and play for him. But obviously, it overturned everything. And guess what? Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof have now found themselves on the bench. Harry Maguire last played 90 minutes when United was losing to Brentford, and he only came on to play 10 minutes in the game of a team which goes by the names of Arsenal, when United was smashing it 3-1 at Old Trafford. So the question is Erik ten Hag going to play a high line? Because when you look at these two central defenders, one thing they have in common is that they are not agile, they are not quick. You get? They are slow. So can they play a high line? Because when you look at teams like Sociedad, they are teams that are going to come in and pass the ball. How are we going to press? How are we going to play this game of football? Is it going to be a high line? We are going to see today between Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. Lindelof, for me, I'm okay with him. I really believe even if you partner him with Lisandro Martinez or Rafael Varane, he can be a very good central defender, because at least for him, he has some more pace than Harry Maguire. But Harry Maguire is as slow as a tortoise. So that is the central defense of a team which goes by Manchester United. That's how I really believe we are going to stand as United is concerned when you're playing a side which goes by the names of Real Sociedad at Old Trafford. So I don't expect Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez to start. These two are really going to start. They're also coming in to fight for their lives and positions at Manchester United in the squad of Erik ten Hag, because I don't see them getting back into the starting 11 unless Rafael Varane gets an injury, and obviously one of these will come in through. So we are going to the double midfield pivot of United. Why I really believe that it's going to be Casemiro and Freddy. One, Casemiro and Freddy have been on the bench. You get? Freddy last started the game of United when you're playing a side which goes by Brentford, 45 minutes taken off the pitch. Ever since then, he just comes in through to play some 10-15 minutes. 20 minutes. Casemiro, in the game of Leicester, he played some good minutes, close to 38 minutes. Then, in the game of Liverpool, he played close to 10 minutes, like the games he played in the game of Southampton. And I really believe that the manager is really going to get him something better today by giving him a start, obviously. And he's going to play into that double midfield pivot with Freddie. The advantage of them playing together, they are not a novice to one another in this situation. They've been playing together, the Brazilian national team, in a double midfield pivot with Freddie and with Chite, the Brazil national team trusting them to play into that position. And that is Freddie and a man who goes by the names of Casemiro. So, obviously, they're really looking great and good. And I believe that we're going to be having a very good game in the midfield. I can't wait to watch tomorrow's games, guys, because I have lots of things to really put an eye to. I have lots of things to talk about because this is a game that every player who's going to be full in the field of play is going to show to Erik ten Hag that, please, you are benching me for no good reason. I'm better than the player you are putting into that Premier League lineup. Because every player here is fighting to get back his lost position. Casemiro, I don't believe that's the case because he's not just used to the Premier League. You see, every game has been playing, he has been really making just one blind pass most of the time. Even in the game of Arsenal, he made one blind pass. But that really is brought about with the cohesion, with the miscommunication, and the movement of the players of United. He's not so much used to them. But I know with time, he's going to get used to them. That's why I'm telling you that him playing with Freddie is not something new. And I really believe that Erik ten Hag is going to feel the double midfield pivot as that. People are complaining that, why isn't Casemiro starting for United? Obviously, his time is coming and he's going to start and really cause havoc to a team which goes by the name of Real Sociedad. And I know very soon he's going to be back into this Premier League side. And I really believe that there is a game that we need him more importantly, that game of Man City. After playing Crystal Palace on this weekend, then hosting Leeds at Old Trafford, that game at a side which goes by the names of Etihad versus Man City is really going to be a tough one. We need a player like him who goes by the names of Casemiro in that midfield area. And I really believe that on that game, he might decide to go in with Casemiro and even Scott McTominay because he knows he needs a lot of hard work in that midfield area. Then Donny van Beek playing as a central attack midfielder, and I really want to see him really prove to this manager that I'm still that Donny van Beek you still had at Ajax. I think Donny van Beek has been affected by not being played a lot, and I think his skill, passing accuracy has really decreased. So, and obviously the player he plays with in the same position, Bruno Fernandes, every game, because of the pressure applied by the manager, he is really up and running. He has known that players like Harry Maguire, Ronaldo, Aaron Wan-Bissaka look sure Freddie can get to the bench and asks himself, who am I not to be benched? Because I'm playing in a position competing with a player who was really a darling at Ajax with the permanent manager of United who goes by names of Erik ten Hag. So he knows that any mistake I make, I'm going to be really thrown out. And he knows the capability and the potential of Donny van Beek because he's a better passer of the ball. He gives you better control of the ball than a player who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes. So tomorrow, I want Donny van Beek to come out and really showcase this and show us that, I'm the Donny van Beek that most of you have been missing. And obviously, I want to see that happen. I want to see Donny van Beek reach the levels where Ten Hag really wants him to be. And I want to see him and Bruno, who is always going to be dropped. So, that's it for a man who goes by names of Donny van Beek. And secondly, if at all he proves himself, I really believe that he's going to start starting some games of United in the Premier League. And maybe other games Bruno won't be playing 90 minutes. He'll be playing like 80 minutes or 70 minutes. Then Donny comes in for like 20 or 30 minutes because he is better. Trust me, that Arsenal game, if you have a Donny van Beek, he's a better passer of the ball. He can release Rashford, even if it's the first half, when he couldn't really put in a pass, that is Bruno. For Donny van Beek, he would have put in passes like 4 or 5 that are really defense splitting. That's what I really love about him. And secondly, he's like Ericsson. He doesn't travel with the ball, but he uses that ball to speak everything he knows in football, and that is those excellent passes, releasing players. And I know that Danny Van Beek, Eriksson and Casemiro will play in that midfield area. Trust me, you are going to go on and see what talent is that we've been really putting on the bench. And I know Ten Hag one time will really get Dan Van Beek a position to play. Then we are talking about the wide attacking midfielders. We are talking of a player who goes by the names of Antony. Antony scored on his debut, and people are going to ask themselves, why is Antony going to start? Trust me, having spent close to 2 weeks not playing at Ajax, and he missed close to 2 games of Ajax, he lost that touch of really playing competitive football. I really believe that the manager is willing to give him more minutes on the field of play to come in and really go ahead and play into this game of Real Sociedad, with an aim of really seeing it that he really gets that balance of the right, because him and Sancho are the only right wingers that are really certified. Elanga, when you put him on that side, he doesn't deliver. I really believe that Elanga thrives so much when he's playing as a left attack midfielder, and I really believe that Elanga is going to be played as a left attack midfielder. He's starting this game, and you never know, their celebration that you saw when that game of Arsenal really ended, and they really had a shoulder to shoulder jump together as a celebration. Maybe we can see it today, because I think they're going to create some magic in between themselves and they're going to score. Elanga will bring in the pace, the energy, and obviously cutting outside and really shooting and even crossing that ball in the for you. His pace is really immense, and I know he is really going to benefit a lot. And then Antony, I know he's going to sit down players, and he's not going to play 90 minutes according to me. He's really going to play like 60. Then Sancho or Garnacho will be brought onto the field of play to start and do the game of football together. So I expect Antony to play wide right and Anthony Elanga to play wide left. Antony, he scored on his debut against Arsenal. I think this is the best game to give him before you go to Crystal Palace, because I know he's going to be a threat to a side which goes by the Sociedad, because he's going to sit them down. Reason? They are not that hard. They are not that hard. You get? I really believe that we can go and really get a player out of a team which goes by names of Sociedad and being sat down by a player who goes by names of Antony. Then, Cristiano Ronaldo obviously is expected to lead the line for the very first time or second time. He's going to start for United. He last started when we lost to Brentford by 4-0. So I expect Erik ten Hag to give him that game of football and tell him, please, Ronaldo, I want to see you get back to the man I know, get back your match fitness, and I expect you to play 90 minutes today, maybe 70 or 80. That's when he's really going to be taken off the field of play. So that is my starting 11 of United versus the side which goes by the names of Real Sociedad. And this game of football, I really expect Erik ten Hag to go like that, but I expect us to pass more better. We are not going to sit back as we sat back against a side which goes by the names of Arsenal, Leicester City, and Southampton, because I really believe that Dubravka, I think, might be a good player, a good ball player, and a super goalkeeper, and his ball distribution is okay. So I really believe that we're going to build from the back, and obviously we are going to go on and attack this team and really give this team a headache. To me, I really believe that we are going to go and keep a clean sheet at all. For the clean sheet, I'm really hesitant to say that we're going to keep a clean sheet. For us now, I was sure that we're going to keep a clean sheet, but obviously you saw that one mistake made by Varane costed us. But with a team which goes by names of Real Sociedad, having Maguire and Lindelof, maybe with the presence of a man who goes by the names of Casemiro and Freddy, maybe a clean sheet can be kept in the face. So your reactions are welcome into the comment section below. My prediction is simple: United 4, Real Sociedad 1. I think we are going to go gung-ho on this team and really beat them left, right, and center. And in the offensive way, we're really going to be very deadly, and I know you're going to cause havoc to a team which goes by names of Real Sociedad. Your prediction is welcome. That is my predicted lineup. I've talking a lot about how we expect us to play. Those patterns are building up, and I'm happy to see us playing like that. United possessing possessing that ball for like a minute is something that we should be happy for. like that first goal scored against Arsenal, every United player had a touch, and each and every time that ball went into the overloaded areas, United switched play, not with that long ball that we are so much used against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but with a pass into the central axis, and then Scott McTominay or Eriksson spread it wide to find Antony. So I'm going to be so much vigilant at those patterns. I'm going to be so much vigilant at the sequences. I'm going to be so much vigilant on a player who goes by the names of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, and Harry Maguire. For the Freddies, Antony, Danny Van Beek, Ronaldo, Elanga, I know they've already fitted into the system of the manager. But the back four, I want to see how far has Ten Hag transformed Aaron Wan-Bissaka? How far has he transformed Luke Shaw? How far has Lindelof and Harry Maguire gotten the Erik Ten Hag playing system? Because in the preseason they played together, but when it came to the reality test, obviously Harry Maguire was exposed. So guys, that's what I had for you. United versus the side which goes by the names of Real Sociedad. The last time they came to Old Trafford, we hit them by 4-0. That was under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It was that season, I think, that we reached on the UEFA Europa League finale and we lost to Villarreal. So, Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now. Smash the like button, comment and share. Your reactions are welcome into the comment section below. And obviously, may the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I love you guys. First video of the day. More is yet to come. Keep it United Matters channel and endeavor to subscribe to this channel. Such stuff and more is coming up. I'm out.